Welcome back to Jack of All Games Tabletop. I'm Dave Wallace, and it is time for one of our regularly scheduled episodes of 5 games. I did one last week. If you subscribe, if you watch, last week was a little different because I did 5 role-playing games, and this is what I normally do. It's board games. 5 games is a show where I basically just pick 5 games on a certain topic, theme. 5 games from my collection, games that they could be old, they could be new. They're not in necessarily any particular order other than the fact that I number them just to keep track. So yeah, let's get back into doing our normally scheduled program. Yeah, that'll be the topic for this week, is games that are based in outer space. But just before we do that, I do have one more board game giveaway to do. So that'll be it for this quarter, and then next week I'll be putting up a new video about new games for the second quarter that we'll be giving away. But yeah, still got one copy of Red Rising left, so take it away, Me.
Thank you, Me. Yes, this is the last one we're going to be giving away. This is another copy of, see if we can get it without too much glare all over there, Red Rising. So I got my app out here. This is the last time for this quarter, and we'll do some more next week, new games. So random number pick is, let's see, where's the camera there? Fuck. Number 8. Number 8. So let's see who that is. Okay, Rock Soda. Rock Soda, you are the winner of Red Rising. So I'm going to comment or reply to your comment on the video, and then you can email me your shipping address. Thanks for everyone who has participated in this, and stay subscribed because next week I'll be announcing all new games and a new video that you will have to comment on to re-enter. But thanks again. Back to you, Me.
All right, thank you, Me, and congratulations to that person that just won. Like I said, next week I'll be putting out a new video that'll be just about new games and a new drawing, but we'll get to that then. In the meantime, let's get back to it. So 5 games that take place in outer space, starting with
number 5, Alien Frontiers, Clever Mojo Games, 2010.
All right, Alien Frontiers is number 5. Get it in there. I got this one used. Got it from somebody who was just selling it on Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, seemed like whatever. It was fairly cheap, and it needed to add something to my collection, try something new, and I actually pretty glad that I did. It's a pretty neat little game. So Alien Frontiers is a game about planetary development and resource management. In the game, you basically have dice that represent your ships, and on your turn you get to roll those dice, and those numbers will tell you where you can place them on the map. Basically, the idea behind this is you are trying to terraform this planet, and you are going to use your turn to gather solar fuel, going to the moon of this planet to mine for ore, and look for new technologies and develop new technologies through card play in order to get your biodomes ready to place in different parts of the map. As you move along throughout the game, you'll be able to add more dice to your fleet and give you more abilities to do each turn. And of course, you have a track in which you are going to try and move up to get your victory points. To first one to get to the top is going to be the winner, of course. So yeah, I mean, it's a fairly simple, pretty basic game, and of course, a lot of it is luck based. But yeah, that's how dice games usually turn out. I do really appreciate there is also a little bit of some weaponry that you can actually get to attack some other players when they're in specific places at certain times. So, and that's kind of a little twist to it too. And otherwise, pretty chill, kind of relaxed. It's competition as far as getting to the end, but it's not really a combat-based kind of game. So, but yeah, this is a little more chill, a little more relaxed, and definitely fun. So, yeah, like I said, I got this one used. So, yeah, why not? Pretty fun. All right, on to the next.
Number 4, Moonrakers, IV Games 2020.
Moonrakers. Yeah, this one was one that was on my list when I first heard about it a couple years ago. It was about for me it was about 3 years ago. I know it was set a little earlier than that, but I was able to get a hold of it at Gen Con, and I got to add on some little extras like metal ships and stuff. But yeah, really do dig this game. This is got deck building components and hand management. But there's also some negotiation. In Moonrakers, basically you have your own ship and you're trying to take on different jobs in which you can be different things from transportation to attacks, taking on these different missions, and you have to lay out specific cards for each mission, depending on how detailed it is. And the trick is that technically on your turn, you get to play one card. However, if you play that one card that allows you additional actions, which pretty much is what you're going to have to do, you can kind of go on a run if you plan things out just right, and that's where the hand management comes into. It's a little bit tricky at first to recognize what you need to play in what order, but I think that's kind of the thing that makes it cool. This game also has the ability to negotiate with another player. You can split a mission. Maybe you think that they have the cards that will help you, and you basically work together to try and complete the mission. And ahead of time, you can kind of divvy up, hey, why don't you take this one, take the notoriety and I'll take the money or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, very pretty game. One of the things I really love about this is just the inlay and the box in here. The way the tray holds everything beautifully together, even with my cards sleeved. This is one of the few games that I have where I don't have any components in it bagged, and everything doesn't jar loose, including all the metal coins and the ships. Just the way everything packs in it, nice and neat. Yeah, it's really cool. So I love the aesthetics of this game, even the artwork on the cards. I think it's just a really nice look to everything. So fun game. If you've never checked out, check it out, Moonrakers. All right, so what's number 3?
Number 3, Scorpius Freighter, AEG 2018.
All right, Scorpius Freighter. So, a little bit of transparency on this. I got this a few years ago from my buddy Russell, who gave me just a bunch of games. He was basically pawning off, trying to help me kickstart my collection. And funny thing is, it has been on my shelf of shame the entire time. I've been meaning to play it. I've actually pulled it out a couple times and read through it, and maybe even started to set it up, and I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't hit you. So I did set it up obviously for this, and that I know how to play it, so it's just a matter of me actually sitting through and playing it. But the idea behind it is pretty cool. This is basically you're a smuggler. This has tile placement. It has 3 rondels for your movement, and basically you are trying to smuggle different items, get them back to your mothership. The mothership goes around the rondel and occasionally gets inspected by governments, and you're trying to build up, improve your ship, basically. Interesting aspect of this game is that you have a crew that is represented in cards that slide under spots on your player board. And the way it works is the rondel movement goes by how many of your cards you activate. The cards that you don't activate are going to be what gives you buying power for adding on to your ship, new smuggling compartments, that sort of thing. Different crew members have different abilities, of course, too, and you can swap them around a little bit as far as on your board. You do have this tile laying system where you're kind of laying out the upgrades onto your ship and the shipping compartments and how you are able to smuggle more. You also obtain contracts for the things that you are going to smuggle and the rewards that you'll get from that. You can also take your own personal side deals as well. So pretty interesting game. I will definitely be getting to it soon, but yeah, it fit the criteria for being an outer space game. So there you go. If you played this one, let me know if you like it. Scorpius Freighter. All right, on to the next one.
Number 2, Ruins of Mars, Artheris Games, 2021.
So yeah, number 2 is Ruins of Mars. Fairly simple game. There's not a ton in here, but actually thought it was pretty fun. In fact, if you've ever seen my review on Escape from New York, the board game, I bought that the same time I bought this. This one I was walking out of, I think it was just last year, I was walking out of a little con and had, there's a few more bucks. I'm like, I got to get one more thing. And I saw this and I grabbed it. And out of the two, this one's been more enjoyable for me. Like I said, I didn't give it the greatest review, but as far as Escape from New York. But this one, yeah, I thought this one was pretty fun. It has this kind of cool little tile system that they kind of get mixed around for different rewards that you can get on your different turns. You are trying to, this is basically, the idea is that they've discovered that there was ancient civilizations on Mars, and you are trying to dig up different technologies, and you're also trying to learn different Martian languages. There's several languages that you're trying to interpret and understand so that you can advance the civilization that your humans are putting on Mars. So yeah, you're trying to collect the different cards that represent different alien technologies, and also trying to avoid too much radiation. If you pick up radiation, you got to try your best to get rid of it. You have different resources that you can use to spend to obtain different cards. So it's kind of a resource management, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's nothing really complicated, and I wouldn't even say necessarily the most unique, but for a fairly simple game, I found that it's quite a bit of fun. I've played with a couple of friends before and played solo as well, which you can do. So yeah, if you haven't ever checked this out, yeah, like I said, check it out. It's pretty cool. It's pretty simple, but definitely more, like I said, another one of those chill games. I feel like a lot of Mars games are kind of more relaxed. They're not really aggressive, but it's still a competition, so check it out.
Number 1, Warp's Edge, Renegade Studios, 2020.
So yeah, I've talked about this one before. I think just discussing solo games. This is a solo game, Warp's Edge, and Renegade Studios. They make some cool stuff, and I really enjoyed this game. This is a bag building game in which you are going to be pulling tokens out of a bag, and those tokens represent your actions. Everything in this is a really nice quality, by the way. The tokens have a nice feel to them, and yeah, as you're pulling them out, you have 5 of them that you can use at a time, unless of course you get an action that allows you to pull more. And of course you're adding new tokens to the bag all the time. You're kind of upgrading, using certain tokens for your buying power that'll get you more laser attack or more evasion abilities. And it's pretty nice. Basically, you're going to lay out these cards in front of you that represent the alien ships, and you're trying to defeat each of those so that you can get to the mothership and blow up those different spaces. And because it is a bag draw, it's just like anything. I mean, there's definitely luck involved. If you manage to at least take out one enemy in a row, you can survive another round to keep going. However, if you do not, then they're going to start doing some damage to you. So yeah, you got to take out your shields first, and then they start destroying your hull. This game does come, this version of it came with an expansion to it, so there's plenty in this that I haven't even got to. But yeah, it is absolutely a fun game. A bit of a thinker as far as planning out, and just like you would with deck building, just kind of thinking about what you have in your hand and how you can get past this line of defense and try to get to that mothership. So obviously, you got to build up as much tax as possible so that you have that ability. But yeah, works the same way as any kind of deck building does. It just uses these tokens. So very cool game, really fun. And if you are into solo games, you got to check out Warp's Edge. All right, so there you go. It's a pretty easy video this week. But you know what? I just love talking about games. Old games, doesn't matter, new games. I'm always buying used games from people. There's always something that's new to you. If you've never had a chance to play some of these games, you might want to check them out. A lot of times you can find them for a pretty good deal. Sometimes I've even done some board game trading with a few people. So lots of avenues to get your hands on new stuff and find something old that you haven't played before and went, oh, this is actually really cool. I wish I had skipped on it originally. So yeah, anyway, like I said, sweet and easy. Next week, I will be doing a new board game giveaway video, so make sure you check that out. It will be just like the last time, in which this new video is where you will have to comment in order to be eligible for the next set of games I'll be giving away. All right, that's going to be it this time. Until next time, get out there and roll some dice.
Hey gamers, thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate all the support. It's one of the things I know that I can count on with the gaming community at large. This is of course to the point where I gotta ask you to like it, hit that subscribe button, and maybe share this with a friend. If you are a game designer, or maybe starting your own gaming company, and you want to do a little bit of cross promotion, maybe you got a prototype that you want me to check out and talk about on the show, definitely let me know. And of course, for all questions, suggestions, and corrections, there's all kinds of ways to get a hold of me. Probably the easiest one is just comment below. You can also send me an email at jackofallgamestt@gmail.com. The T stands for tabletop. And if you'd like to take a look at my commissioned miniature paint jobs, or even some of the other stuff in my life, like photography or tattooing, which is what I do for my day job, go check it out on Instagram at Art of Wallace. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode.